In other news, a parliamentary committee has paved the way for husbands to be charged for rape if they have sex with their wives without her permission. The Senate has begun debating the report of the Joint Select Committee, which reviewed changes to 4 pieces of legislation: the sexual offenses, offenses against the person, domestic violence, as well as the Child Care and Protection Act. It was a hotly debated topic in meetings of the Joint Select Committee. Can a husband rape his wife? The answer was clear on Friday when Leader of Government Business in the Senate, Kamina Johnson-Smith, opened the debate on the report.
Married women who are raped by their husbands will no longer have to fulfill certain conditions to qualify for legislative protection. The committee recommended that once a woman has withheld her consent in a relationship, irrespective of whether it occurs in marriage or not, it is to be considered rape.
Senator Johnson-Smith says the committee agreed that rape was an act of violence and marriage is an institution which should be based on love and mutual respect. Now, persons convicted of rape and other sexual offenses abroad will also suffer the consequences.
The Sexual Offences Act has been recommended for amendment to place an obligation on persons who have relocated or been returned to Jamaica and have been convicted of a sexual offense abroad or have been listed in a sex offenders register abroad, to report to the relevant authorities, and that as such they should be listed on the sex offenders registry in Jamaica.
As for the age of consent, that remains at 16. A new offense will, however, be created, that of predatory sexual assault.
And this is to penalize any adult who engages in sexual intercourse or anything amounting to grievous sexual assault with a vulnerable victim, defined as whether a child under the age of 12, someone with a mental disorder. The description of vulnerable is dealt with elsewhere, Mr. President. Such a person would be guilty of an offense to be known as predatory sexual assault, and the recommended penalty for this offense would be a maximum sentence of life imprisonment.
Persons who willfully or recklessly pass on sexual transmitted diseases, STDs, will also face a criminal offense. The penalty for those who breach protection orders will also increase.
It is to be moved from $10,000, if you can believe it, or 6 months imprisonment, to $150,000 or 12 months imprisonment. But it has since been recommended in that other place, Mr. President, by the minister responsible for this act, that the monetary penalty would be moved to $500,000 instead.